Welcome back, you guys. We got first video here, the 2024 season. Just a couple weeks away from us, man. And right here we have the 2025 college football playoff bracket. And yeah, we're gonna get started right here quickly. At the number 12 spot, the group of 5 team that I will pick to make the tournament this year, the one group of 5 team that will get in. Bobcats from Texas State. Texas State. It was between Texas State and Liberty. Liberty's schedule is a lot easier. But I love Texas State quarterback McLeod. He's a great player. Love their running backs. Love their receivers. Man, love what they're doing there. But they do have... Each of them only have one Power 5 game. Well, technically Power 5. I wouldn't consider UMass, who Liberty plays Power 5. That's their one. Liberty's one Power 5 game. Texas State plays Arizona State. But I think they can get a win there. I think they can definitely get that done there. So they're going to squeeze in on the 12 as the one group of 5 bid this year for the first year of the 12-team playoff. Next, we have seed number 11 here at the bottom, and this will be a team from the Southeastern Conference. They call Neyland Stadium home. It'll be the Volunteers from Tennessee, from good old Rocky Top, man. Good old Rocky Top, woo, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Tennessee is, obviously they always play Bama and Georgia every year. Do it again this year. I actually have Tennessee beating Alabama this year. In fact, it's one of my 2 losses I have predicted for Bama this year. I also have them losing to Georgia. But Tennessee schedule isn't looking too hard. That NC State game scares me a little bit, but I think they can get it done. And then, as long as they can handle business against Florida and Bama, I think, and Oklahoma, I think they can squeeze in on the 11 with 1 or 2 losses on the year. Alright, next up, we're going to the 10 spot. And in the 10 spot this year, I have Arizona, the Wildcats. Wildcats from Arizona, from Tucson, Arizona. I only have them losing 1 game this year, and that will be to Utah. I do have them losing to Utah. They play Kansas State on a Friday night in Week 3. Kansas State right now is a 8.5-point favorite. But I really like Arizona in that game. I think they got a great team with McMillan. Don't know how to say his first name. Not even going to try to say it, to be honest with you. Noah Fafita is a great player. The sophomore. Cooley, their running back, is great. I think that they get it done. I really do. I think that Arizona gets it done and makes it in the 10 seed and the 12 team. Next up, we're looking here at number 9. Who do we got at 9? Bama. Alabama at 9. It's a tough draw. Last team without home field advantage. But, yeah, they're going to lose to Georgia and to Tennessee. I think they handle business against LSU, even though it is in Death Valley. But I think they can dig deep and find a win there. And, yeah, as long as they also do got a tough game at Wisconsin, but I think that those fans will die down pretty quickly. Alabama will pull away. Alright, next we have the 8 seed. This team play host to Alabama in the first round. And Alabama will be going to Doak Campbell Stadium to play the Seminoles, Florida State. So this shows here I do not have Florida State winning the ACC, which is, it leaves it up to really 2 more teams, Louisville or Clemson, to win the SEC, and we'll see in just a minute. Or the ACC, my bad. To win the ACC, and we'll see in just a second who that will be when we get there. But yeah, can't really say much about the matchups because we won't have winners until just a minute. Here we go. At the 7th spot, playing host to Arizona. Ole Miss. Arizona will travel to Vaughn Hemingway, the Grove, and Ole Miss, and not the biggest stadium in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I think they will. That'll be a good game to watch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. All right, here, number 5 team. This team hosts Tennessee in round number 1. Oregon. The Ducks from Oregon, from Eugene, Oregon, Dan Lanning. Tennessee, Josh Heupel in round number 1. The 6 seed will play host to Tennessee. Right here, the 5 seed. This team will host Texas State, and it's going to be an in-state game because it'll be the Longhorns from Austin, Texas. The Texas Longhorns will host Texas State in round number 1. And let's we'll go quick here for our teams with first-round byes. This will be your Big 12 champion right here, and it will be the Utes from Utah. The Utah Utes. I have not posted the schedule prediction for Utah. To be honest, I don't know if I will, because it's Utah. They're not that interesting. I expect them to win all their games, but I see them either dropping the Iowa State game or the Oklahoma State game, which will have reason to leave them there at the 4. And that is why I will have at the 3 here, the Clemson Tigers. I see Clemson losing in the regular season. I see Clemson losing to Georgia week 1. Obviously, I already posted the Georgia schedule prediction, but I also have Clemson losing to Florida State in the regular season, but then avenging their loss in the ACC championship game and knocking them off. And then our 2 seed from Columbus, Ohio, it'll be the Ohio State Buckeyes. They're going 12-0, and they're beating Oregon in the conference championship game. Beating Oregon in the regular season and the conference championship game. Oh, you already saw the schedule prediction posted on IG and Twitter for Ohio State. Predicted them to go 12-0. And then here at number 1, pretty obviously, we have the University of Georgia. They're going 12-0, and they're also going to beat Texas again in the SEC championship game. So it's 2-0 for 2-0 Georgia over Texas, and then 2-0 Ohio State over Oregon. All right, let's go right down the line. Who will Georgia play? And I think the Cotton Bowl. I think I got it right here. If these aren't right, that is my bad. These are subject to change, I think. But from what I saw, these are the ones from the diagram I saw. The bowl games I'm talking about. So who will Georgia play in Arlington in the Cotton Bowl? Florida State will get their chance at redemption from that 60-point loss last year in the Orange Bowl. I know they didn't have a lot of their players, but DJ Ugabadoogie will get it done against Mildew from Alabama, Jalen Mildew. He's not a Milroe. He's not really a guy, although he did beat my Dogs in the SEC title game last year. He's not a guy that I see win big games often. So, yeah. Next here we have who will Utah play. It's pretty obvious. It's Texas. They're going to beat Texas State. Group of 5 teams in there. I mean, it's not that I'm not giving them a chance, but yeah, Texas is going to win that game. Here, another one. I think this will be a good game, but Ole Miss, better team, better conference. They play harder games, so they're going to be more conditioned to playing down the stretch, down the wire in tough games where the going gets rough. They're going to pull out a gutsy win against Arizona at home. And here we see our first upset of the bracket. We see Oregon falling to Tennessee at home in front of those fans at Autzen Stadium. Going to lose to Tennessee. Nico shines in that game. He had an awesome game in the bowl game against Iowa. But, beating Iowa, really not that big of an accomplishment. I mean, it's a big accomplishment. Your first start, you win your bowl game. It's pretty awesome for the kid. But it doesn't really show that much about him in his future. But beat Iowa, and he's going to beat Oregon here. Alright, here we go. Does Florida State avenge their loss in the 2023 Orange Bowl? They do not. Georgia knocks off Florida State in 14 to 17 point victory. I'll give that there. In the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Utah versus Texas, the 4 versus 5 game. The 5 seed will prevail, and it'll set up a third meeting of the year between Georgia and Texas in the Sugar Bowl, a rematch of the 2019, I think, Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, sorry. And then right here we have Ole Miss versus Ohio State. It's Judkins against his former team, and he beats his former team in the Peach Bowl. Ohio State avenges that Peach Bowl loss 2 years ago to Georgia, and they knock off Ole Miss. Same thing as that Georgia-Florida State game. 10, 14, 17 point win there for Ohio State. And then here in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, the Cinderella story for the 11th seed Vols continues. They knock off Clemson. 2 southeastern teams going out west to Arizona to play that one. Tennessee prevails. And off of that'll be a close game. Definitely a close game. But Tennessee will prevail and win the game. And back up here we have our third meeting between the Longhorns of Texas and the Bulldogs of Georgia. Will Georgia complete the 3-game sweep? They will. Georgia knocks off Texas in the Sugar Bowl to advance to the 2025 National Championship, played in the home state, in Georgia, in Atlanta, in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they will face off against the winner of the Rose Bowl between Ohio State and Tennessee. And I think this is where the Cinderella story ends. Ohio State and Georgia rematch the Peach Bowl in the same stadium. Same stadium. This time it's for a national title. Georgia, Ohio State, Georgia. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Ohio State's got a great team this year. I give Georgia the edge with talent, roster talent. I give Georgia the edge in coaching, and I give them the edge in this game. The Georgia Bulldogs. You got it. You heard it here first. The Georgia Bulldogs is my predicted 2025 National Championship winner in Atlanta against Ohio State. Off of a last-second field goal make for Georgia. Georgia makes the last-second field goal, knocks off Ohio State, and wins the 2025 National Championship, and wins 3 championships in 4 years for the Dogs. But that's going to be about it for today, for today's video here. Thank you all for tuning in, man. Going to be posting a lot more than we did last year, hopefully, this year for college football. Got my fantasy draft the 22nd of August. And this is a big one, man. It's a huge league, man. Got to pay $50 to get in, man. It's a lot. It'll be a lot of fun, man. And I'll share my team with you guys. That should be a lot of fun. But y'all have a good night, have a good day, whatever time you're watching, man. Yeah, God bless, man.